Welcome.
Welcome.
About ready to get this one started. Jaime Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback, veteran, he's 6'3", out of Central Michigan. It's Cooper Rush.
He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
Rush. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
Throwing is Rush. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Here's Rush.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force fourth down.
Sims now to return it. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Texans come out with the Rookie of the Year from last year in the NFL. C.J. Stroud, he was the #2 overall pick out of Ohio State. Greg, a talented quarterback here.
If there's going to be a poster child for just how flawed the pre-draft process can be at times, I think this guy's at the top. I mean, just think, last year, people are nitpicking him going into his rookie year. He can't do this, he can't do that. And what does he do? He comes out and has
pressure, gets there, and down he goes.
This is a great example of the game within the game. You're going to hear the offensive line and the quarterback. They're making what they call a Mike declaration. It's not so much that that's who they're responsible for, but it sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. But in this case, the Mike was the one who came, so clearly either the running back missed his call or the offensive line didn't do their job, because either way, somebody has to have him accounted for, and instead, they take the sack.
John Mechie was the intended target. Third down coming up.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. He's got his man complete to Dell. And he's going to have a Texans first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
The defense is just going to have to find a way, Mike, frankly, to just make this more challenging from the time the quarterback has in the pocket to the amount of separation the receiver has downfield. At this level, that is just too easy. They've got to tighten up both their coverage and find a way to get some pressure on the quarterback. Because if they don't do either, expect a lot more big chunk plays like we just saw there.
On first down, it's Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On second down, Stroud. And that ball picked off. It's the ball hawk, Trayvon Diggs again. And the Cowboys are going to...
Oh, my goodness.
Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the panic to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he'll get this forward to about the 33.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
He'll try to run for it.
Yeah, nice stop.
Here's Brian Anger now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. And they are not going to catch up to him.
Yeah, got your back, Diggs.
77 yards. Touchdown, Houston.
Utilize the tight end.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10. Now, man, back for a second go-around with the Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Watch the running game.
Again, here's Zeke. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Rush to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Now Dowdle. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Now Rush. Got a man, Max Tolbert. Give him 19 yards on 3rd and 8.
Nice play there, though.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. The run game not helping him out those last 2 plays, thus 3rd and 16. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this 1st quarter. Danielle Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire. in action again. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Texans who have the early lead. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Dallas. Now the return. And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Now, Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. And he's going to take this one all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans move out on top, 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing is Rush. Checking it down. This one is caught. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
To throw is Rush. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
This is why every defense wants to play with the lead, because it allows them to just tee off on the quarterback. Go rush the passer. You're not worried about them handing the ball off or little quick game. You know they're chasing points, so what can you do? You can get after this guy, and boy, have they ever.
Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
I think it's safe to assume that is not how they envisioned that 3rd down play call going, and now after going backwards, it's going to bring up 4th down.
This is taken at his own 30, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return, and that's where the offense will take over. The Texans offense and receiver Tank Dell ready to go once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. That one caught by Schultz, the tight end. Down the right sideline. And he will go all the way. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Houston. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one. Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have. And fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
Here comes a return. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. This one uncorked, looking for Woods. And he will score. Robert Woods. Touchdown, Texans.
Cold.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Texans move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the left side, caught by Lamb.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And the defense there to meet them. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Southern California.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
To the line for first down and 10. Throwing is Stroud. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And on first and 10, here's Stroud. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. That's the safety, Malik Hooker.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Here's second and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he is going to bring this one.
Got him to the house.
A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Fairbairn to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Right back to the air following that pick 6. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. This pass right side caught by Lamb. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Throwing is Rush. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Here's second and 2. Here's Rush. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Rush. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's a... The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
Let's take it back.
Taken at about the 6. And he'll give his guys a little bit more room to work with.
They didn't get nowhere.
Out beyond the 10-yard line. Texans offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. On first down, it's Stroud. Brought in by the tight end, Schultz. And he'll be taken down all the way up. 25. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
This offense find themselves with a big lead here, but remember, it's still the first half, Mike. There's a long way to go. Defensively, they've got to buckle down. They have to find a way to put a lid on this offense, because if they don't, they're going to find themselves at the halftime break down by a whole lot.
Stroud to throw here on first down. A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Take down. Touchdown, Houston. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Texans keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0. Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Rush to throw. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time is expired.
Good half, good half.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
Hi, Coach. Thank you. Two very different Halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Here's Pierce for the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. To throw is Stroud. That's to the right side and incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for, and it'll be second down.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Here's Stroud. He will go deep downfield for Dell. And he will dive. Stroud comes to the line. The Texans going for 2. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Cooper Rush back on the field. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterback perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run with Dowdle. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Oh, mark him up at the 39-yard line. Now, Rush. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Third and long. Throwing is Rush. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
All right.
Now, Stroud. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. And with that last throw, the record comes into focus. He has gone over 500 passing yards in this game alone.
All right.
Back to throw. Stroud. That is caught. And he's into the end zone yet again. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Texans. His big night continues. His third touchdown of the game. Fairbairn to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans will add one more onto their big lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense about ready to take over once more. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them? First and 10. To throw is Rush. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. That's the safety, Jimmy Ward. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their second pick six of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's one pick six, but to get two pick sixes in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans add on to their already sizable lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. after the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll run on 2nd down. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
Back to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He runs with it. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to lose yardage on this return. Tried to retreat, but is covered up. The Texans offense ready to get back at it. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
He'll find his big target, the tight end Stover.
Welcome.
They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll push this one downfield, looking for Schultz.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. And he's going to have a Texans 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, That's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to drive with points.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. He'll push this one downfield, looking for Schultz.
Really nice job there of not only tracking the ball, but then putting yourself in position to make the play. And that's step one. I promise you step two on that sideline. His secondary coach is saying, hey, next time you can get your hand on the ball, let's try to come away with that takeaway.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. A throw left side finds Dell. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So, a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He told us earlier in the week that his ball skills might actually be better than some of the guys he's covering, and we kind of chuckled. But it's pretty clear to see where that confidence comes from, Mike. I mean, the next step for him, not only go up and attack that ball to tie his point, but come down with the pick.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. They're locked in on this drive. 2nd connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this.
Now Mike McCarthy not happy with that call, and he has thrown the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass.
Yeah, that's the right call, ref.
Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. No chance at all. He'll go down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Looking downfield. He's got Schultz, the tight end. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They run with the longtime Bengal Joe Mixon. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
On the plate.
They'll go right back to Mixon. And he's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans stretch things out even further. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Throwing is Rush. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Rush. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move. And
oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down. Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. And he's got another one. Tank Dell. Touchdown, Texans. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Rush to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This is one of those coverage sacks, Mike. They had 6 defensive backs just flooding the back end with defenders, and When you force a quarterback to hold the ball longer than expected, it allows that pass rush to get home and results in a sack.
Now, rush. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Here's Rush. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the
Safety.
And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
On first down, it's Stroud. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
This one, uncorked, looking for Woods. And he will go all the way. Robert Woods. Touchdown, Houston. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Fairbairn to add the extra point. The kick is good, and the Texans are able to extend the lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Throwing is Rush. The ball's out. But he'll gather it back in. Well, the pressure was on there, and they do get him for the sack. Almost got a turnover out of it as well, Greg. Fortunate to keep possession.
Really fortunate, Mike. That ball ended up kind of bouncing back into a spot where the quarterback was able to fall on it, but you mentioned it. That play was very close to being a complete disaster for the offense.
He'll look to throw. And this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route. He creates great separation downfield. But now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. That's taken in at the 50. And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. So now, out comes the offense. led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Stroud to throw here on. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack. A second down throw for Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he will score. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Texans tack on one more to their lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. To throw is Rush. Catch is made. That's Mingo. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Oh, he coughs up the football. The Texans have it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. It's 2nd down. Rush from out of the pistol. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
You can see this quarterback, he has a lot of confidence in his legs as he escapes the pocket to extend these plays downfield. But let's give credit to the defensive front. They continued to pursue, and they were able to take him down behind the line.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And they'll finally put an end to this, but a great return to the other side of midfield. The Texans offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. First down throw there is incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Fairbairn to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans are going to extend their lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. The ball comes out. The Texans have it. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Here we go. One final play. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. And this was as good as it gets. All 3 phases of the game in perfect harmony as they post the lopsided shutout victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Arlington.
Let's go!
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Peace.
Who wants my jersey? Get up already.